movies about woodworking. Wait a second, there's something on the lens. I think it's a
Micro Jig, maker of the gripper. Work safer, work smarter.
One of my strategies for organizing my shop this month is to start storing items together that belong together. I like to save old t-shirts for painting and finishing, but for some reason I've always just stuffed them under my workbench. And over here at my sink, I've gotten into the habit of storing painting and finishing brushes all over the top of this cabinet. Beside the fact that brushes and the rags are on different sides of the shop, the worst part is they both out in the open, so they collect a lot of dust, and that's really not good for finishing. I've got a piece of 1/2-inch MDF that'll work out perfect. MDF is one of my favorite materials to work with because it machines so nicely. The biggest drawback to using it is that it creates a lot of dust that's probably not very good to breathe, so if you're going to use it, make sure you wear a dust mask. When you're cutting small pieces like this, it's a good idea to cut all of the pieces that have the same lengths at the same time so you don't have to readjust your fence. That way none of them will be slightly off. Making these rabbets will really help line everything up when I go to assemble all the sides. The front and the back get rabbets on the two short sides. And here you can see what the rabbets look like all the way around the top and bottom and the two side pieces. I didn't cut these last two pieces down to their final widths when I cut the others because I wasn't sure if I would get the thickness of those rabbets exactly halfway. So now that I've got all of those cut, I can clamp this together and fit it to size. I'll drop this into position and try to make a mark where that cut needs to be. I want to cut it slightly oversized and slowly work my way down to a perfect fit. Let's see how close I got. Almost, just a little big. Bump it over just a hair. Maybe half the thickness of the blade. I'll take that one for a test drive. Perfect. These random orbit sanding discs are the perfect size for the circle I need for the hole. I'll drill a starter hole for my jigsaw. Back on my router, I'll round over the edges of that circle. I'll glue and tack this together using my pin nailer. I can mark the lengths of these cleats that the shelves are going to sit on. They don't need to be exact lengths. This scrap of plywood will help me line up all the cleats and keep them all level. I cut out a piece of hardboard or masonite to use for the shelf. I found this old handle that makes it a lot easier to take the lid on and off. And this gives me plenty of room for these rags. Well, I think that's going to at least partially solve a couple of my storage problems. If you'd like to make this project for yourself, please check in the description for a free set of plans. I'd like to also take a moment to ask all of you to visit and subscribe to my second channel, Mere Minutes. I've got a lot of new content over there you might enjoy, including a new show I'm doing with my son called Memo's Make, where we highlight projects and plans that you've made and posted over at formeremortals.net. If you haven't already checked out the website, please take a moment to do so. I think you're gonna like what you see there. Tons of pictures and plans and ideas and videos and stuff to keep you busy for a long time. And over on Home and Garden for Mere Mortals, I'd like for you to welcome Warren Downs. Warren owns his own nursery in Australia and has years of gardening experience. He's gonna be a great asset to the team. Thank you for watching Woodworking for Mere Mortals. I'll see you next Friday.